Every mother in this country can block a bond with the father and there will be no punishment, especially when the child is young. Who thinks this lady's going to get punished for blocking the bond? Is the system fair? I don't know. It could be, lead attorney. I'm looking at the, what did that fucker tell me? I'm looking at the stats. I'm looking at the stats, the lead attorney. I see numbers.
And me and my son Skype each other.
Okay.
Because I know I got him like an iPad.
Yeah.
If I need to speak to him, I communicate with him like that. And she just removed that from him. So I couldn't even, do you know what I mean? Like I couldn't even Skype
It's
him.
another tactic, bro.
Like, and I was like, and I'm texting him and I'm calling him.
Yeah.
And I don't like calling her.
Yeah.
Because if I call her,
It's going to be...
like I just want to call him. Do you get me?
You're doing direct.
Yeah, I'm trying to do direct to my son. I don't want no indirects, bro. I don't want any round the towers.
Because you know what it is as well? When you phone, if you second phone and they don't pick up, you'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake, here she goes.
Right,
So if you do it directly now, you're expecting it to be picked up. But they still have control.
Yeah, so when I did get in contact with him on the Skype, after my mum had a heart attack, I was like, yeah, I'm going to come get him, boo. She's like, all right, come and get him at 5:30, I was like, all right, fine, cool. So she was like, oh, you're going to come get him next weekend? And I was like, listen, you changed the schedule. I said, we still need to like negotiate that.
Yeah.
No, if you're not coming to get him next weekend, you're not getting him this weekend. I said, how does that even make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I'm coming to get my boy. Like, what's wrong with you? No, you're not getting him. And she started to do like just restricting access. And I was like, if I turn up at the yard on a madness,
She's going to call the police.
bro. And so I feel like between a rock and a hard place, because I'm like, listen, here's a woman who's already got previous with beating her child, social services in the yard, calling police for no reason. In my eyes, a pathological liar.
Yeah.
But she's allowed access to my boy and I'm not.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm just
like,
that person's character already shows that they're not
stable.
They're not stable. But I don't have no trouble with the police, no history of violence, none of that with children, blah, blah, blah. And I'm the one that's got to fight to get access to my own child.
So obviously you spoke to the solicitor, so you're going to court now?
I'm the solicitor. Yeah, me and solicitor are, but we're going back and forth right now. Actually.
Yeah. Oh, right now, as you speak.
As I speak, like I was literally spoke to my sister about 3 days ago.
Yeah. So are you seeing your son at the moment, or you are seeing him, but it's just very restricted?
Very restricted.
Okay. And you don't think out of all of this, you just think to yourself, obviously you didn't see the signs from the beginning, but you didn't see any small signs to just think to yourself
I saw signs in and around the year 6.
Yeah.
Like I said, about the 6th year. But my thing was, you know what, bro, you got to fix this. You got to try and work this. You got to fix this, keep the family unit together, blah, blah, blah. And I said to my detriment, I would say. Like, because sometimes you can't fit a square peg into a round hole.
No, you can't.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it can't be done. But my whole thing was, you know what's very interesting? When you're with someone and they know your hopes, dreams and fears. Do you get me? They know everything because you're with them.
Pillow talk.
So she knows that my thing was my son and trying to have a stable family unit. She knows that was my thing. And I kind of feel like she
played on it.
She played that. Yeah.
And to obviously to hear the story, what you obviously told us, it's to also done like, you know, like a lot of ladies, they dream of getting married. Right? A lot of women dream of getting married. So the fact that you were showing that commitment, because they credit a lot of black men don't show commitment. So you're doing all the stuff for a father, a boyfriend, to make a woman, to be a husband. You're doing all the right stages. You're taking on someone else's child. You don't have to do that.
That's right.
But you went and done that. You proposed to her, right? Saying, raw, I want to marry you. You went, obviously, you got moved in, lived with her. Like, you're doing all the right stuff for a father to be doing. And then it's like, it wasn't enough for her to still be doing all the same shit what she was doing.
Boy, like, I can't speak on someone else's psychology. And I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist myself. But I would say that there would have to be something psychologically wrong for you to be, for that behavior. To be getting the things that women supposedly want and still throwing it away.
Yeah.
Like, I have no desire to be with her. Like, it's not one of them ones. You know, people want to get back with
Yeah,
their
yeah,
ex.
yeah,
and
yeah,
that.
yeah. You
I have
done.
no desire to be with her in any way, shape, or form. The only thing I want to do is see my boy.
See your son.
I had so many ill feelings towards my dad, like growing up, because he weren't there for me. I'm not even trying to let my son have those same feelings towards me. It's mad. I don't think I could live with myself, if I'm honest, if my son felt about me the same way I felt about my dad.
But I also want to address this, which a lot of people don't talk about. How often is that black father or father in general reaching out, trying to get access to his kids, and because you're dealing with an ex-wife, girlfriend, mother of your child, fiance, who's now bitter and hostile and angry because the relationship is no longer, who's going above and beyond to use that resentment to block access from the father getting to the child.
I speak to like black men all the time, and a lot of the times that men don't get to see their children is because of some kind of bitter like split from the mother of their child. I don't know, it's such a cliche. It's just like people that use their child as a weapon. Do you know what I mean? Because I know a lot of black men who'd probably like to be closer to their children. Do you know what I mean? But you know, a lot of women make it harder because of, you know, hurt feelings or, I don't know, feeling a certain way about the father. And I just think it's just a shame, man. Like, I think a lot of children are going to grow up, or a lot of children do grow up thinking that they had a father that didn't care. And it's not that they had a father that didn't care, they had a father who was kept from them by their own mother. And it's not until they get older that they've lost so many years and, you know, they can't get them back. What do you think it's like not to grow up with a dad?
It's really sad because when you don't know when you have a dad, you're like, your mom already knows before you were born. And
What do you think how do you think you'd feel if you never had a dad?
I feel really left out.
Left out. That's how I felt. When I was growing up and I never had a dad, I felt left out. So that's why you need to know that I'm not gonna leave you. Never gonna leave you. So I'm always gonna be here for you, and you ain't gotta worry about not having me around. Yeah?
Yes, Daddy.
All right.
A lot has been said about fathers not being there for their children. I am not one of them, and I refuse to be one of them. And I do not surround myself with men who do not know how to take responsibility for their children. We are not all deadbeats, we're not all criminals. We are men who love our children. My son is everything to me. His energy, his innocence, his peace, his smile. Black men are going to have to raise this next generation of black boys because they need us. It's up to us to break the bad cycles. It's up to us to create a better future for our children. My son is worth it, and I hope all the men watching this realize that their children are worth it too. Be the light in their lives.